she put 3 of them on my right cheek that you wouldn't believe. If you look at my forearms, they're all scratched up, and she's going, "Hey," like it was Braveheart, "Haiti, Haiti," and I'm like, "What is going?" And there's a woman named Mandy who saw it all, and I'm like, and then she took a glass container and threw it down.
That's why a camera should be on you at all times. That's priceless footage.
Yeah. Well,
I thought it was great.
What you don't realize, hey Hogan, what you don't realize is that they have eyes in the sky there. Did you know that?
No, what's that?
They have that
surveillance.
That whole entire building has surveillance on it, and I'm going to go get that tape.
Well, I can't wait to see it because I can't believe how quick she dropped your ass.
Kevin can't wait to see it either.
Yeah, I can't wait for Kevin Hazel to see it. But let me ask you a question now. Hold on, Hogan. Here, she happened to meet me right there where you guys, right there, just outside the door. Right, you know where it happened, right?
Yeah, I know exactly where you're on stage 19 over there.
Yeah, stage 19, and I was going out towards. I was going to go talk to Val Venus about something. I was headed to catering, and she met me, just down that hallway a little bit before you go down to like Eric's office and stuff. Well, if she was by herself and she was, coming to find me, just minutes before that, I was kind of in that little office area where you and Eric did that shoot, talking to Hall and Nash and those guys and Six Pac. But so she was coming to find me regardless of where I was. And what if she had done it right there? I mean, she would have got an ass whipping by the boys. She just started coming in. I mean, there might have been
by the boys. There would have been nobody around. The only reason you covered up was you knew everybody's watching and you knew you had to behave. I think if you'd have been by yourself, you'd have counterclocked her ass.
Well, yeah, I mean, but she happened to catch me kind of in a dead area. She was actually. What if we were shooting and she came in and did that? I mean, she was going to find me regardless of where I was.
Yeah, she was on the hunt. I can tell you one thing. I've been around this business a long time, and I've seen Dirty Dan Spivey just destroy Adrian Adonis to the point where we had to stop that. I've seen Paul Orndorff naked with a pair of shower shoes kick Vader's head in. But without a doubt, I think as loud as that, when she hit you in the mouth, I thought she broke your jaw. That's probably one of the hardest sucker punches I've ever seen thrown in this business, where it connected.
Well, and it didn't drop me.
No, it didn't. But I'm just really glad. All joking aside, because I think it's hilarious. But all joking aside, I'm really proud of you for not knocking her out, bro, because that wouldn't have been cool.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Hogan. When it was happening after her third punch to me, in my mind, I'm like, do I take her down with a double leg and then just pummel her? Or I have my left hand out, I was keeping her off me, or do I try to bring my right around? And in my head, in the quarter of a second, I had to think, I'm like, you know what? You're done. You're over because you'll be off the radio. Women's rights are going to get you. I mean, look what happens when I barbecued a hog.
If you hit her, you might have killed her. No, I'm serious because the way you were stiff-arming her and she was flailing, she was so out of her mind that if you had a center punched her between the eyes, you'd have probably killed her. And I'm proud of you for not doing it. But,
but usually
nice work environment.
Yeah, what happened? She deserved it.
Boy, Dixie has a nice work environment. Don't I, as a talent there, if I am that, have the right to walk around and not get beat up? Based on
you didn't get beat up, you just got beat on.
Well, I mean, I got sucker punched. I mean, let me ask you a question. When Orndorff fought Vader and when Dan Spivey, I mean, don't they at least square up and they make the announcement that they're going to fight, or do they always be? Do they?
Well, I was there for both of those fights, and when Orndorff just beat Vader unmercifully, Vader shoved him first.
Right.
Pushed him, and he was walking around naked with a pair of shower shoes on out of the shower. And then Adrian Adonis was screwing with Dan Spivey in the ring because Adrian was just a bully, even though he's working, I guess he's working what you call the gay gimmick.
Right.
And then when they got in the locker room, Dan asked him to, lighten up, and Adrian did the same to Dan. He gave Dan a shove in the face, pie-facing him. Dude, I never seen anybody get hit so hard and so fast.
But have you ever seen a sucker punch where they didn't know it was coming, like real chicken shiz?
No. But there was a good one. It was a real good one.
It was a triple Lindy. I mean, 3 of them connected, boom, 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 and then I was like, man, all right, on the third one, man. So then she grabbed my arm. On my third one, I have my left hand out, and I'm keeping her off. My hand's kind of like on her collarbone area, and at that point, she's wailing around. And I said, I said, do I drop her? Do I shoot a double or single leg, or do I get down on a knee and try to cover up and just let her
I should have kicked your brains in if you get down to your knees.
And no, but do I just kind of put my arm and hopefully somebody gets her off me so that if I don't defend myself, then I can't get in trouble. I was worried about lawsuits, women's activists, and getting in trouble if I had fought back and dropped her, or tried or even attempted to.
When you hulked up, you reached out, you stiffed her just like Becky. You held her up just like Becky,
right?
and you could see that your eyeballs are rolling back like a shark, and you're actually going to knock her out. But then all of a sudden, you at least had presence of mind just to cover up and do the rope-a-dope, which was the way to go because
makes me look like a pussy, but at least I'm here to have a job.
No, it didn't make you look like a pussy. If you would have hurt that woman, it wouldn't have been cool. Even though you could have got away with it, it still wouldn't have been cool.
I mean, Brent, what's your spin on it? I mean, I by the way, I will tell you this, Hogan. On my way home, I called Brent. He's kind of my confidant. I'm like, Brent, I'm really tore up over this. I'm really having a hard time with it. And Brent, you weren't happy about it, were you, Brent?
No, I'm still not happy about it. If I was you, and I'm shooting here now, I'm being 100% serious, I would never work for TNA another day in my life, and the only correspondence they would get from me would be through Carlson and Meisner.
Yeah. Well,
oh, please.
Well, I'm just saying, to each its own.
Hostile work environment. It's all day. Slam dunk.
Well, it is. It is all day, but I mean, I don't know.
You did the right thing. It's all good, man. Ain't no big deal. Come on.
It ain't no big deal to you. You're not the one that's getting punked out when you go to work today.
I told you better you than me.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was awesome. Awesome Kong.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go ahead and put her over, Hogan. Go ahead and put her over. Go ahead and put her over, kid. It's called lack.
I knew his era.
Hey, it's called lack of leadership, my friend. She obviously has the mindset that you ain't shiz and that you don't care. Because she went after your number one guy. And say what are you going to do about it, old timer? You're all bark and no bite there, buddy.
I'm gonna book you and Russo together because he's the one that set it up.
Well, that's fine. If
the fact that he's even still working there says it all.
Or the fact that that he set it up and you're not doing anything. That just shows you how.
I'm setting it up. The matchup. I'll set the matchup today between you and Russo.
That just goes to show you how good of a friend I really am to you. You're not even sticking up for me on this.
Oh Jesus Christ! It was a girl, a 350-pound girl. Calm down.
Manson, doesn't he have the uncanny ability to be able to turn anything around?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll be able to turn TNA around, but hopefully he will.
Oh, we're going to turn it around. It ain't no doubt. But I was just worried about your shoulder because I knew you'd hurt your shoulder trying to hold that monster off.
Oh, my shoulder's effed. I mean, I'm not... hey, you know who I actually had the best time with yesterday?
Who?
Kevin Nash and I spent about, 40 minutes just BSing in that little conference room. What a good guy. I know Kevin through you and stuff like that in WCW, but I never really sat down and talked to him. That guy, I love that guy.
Well, he's got his head on straight, doesn't he?
That guy, you know what? He's not irresponsible like the other parts of the band, Scott Hall and Six Pac. I mean, Nash actually he's quite smart and got his act. He's a businessman.
Yeah, he's been pulling that check too for years while we're all off, and Scott Hall's off and X-Pac's off, and I've been off. Kevin's always picked that check up, man. He's all about that paper.
Didn't Kevin start out when he went to WrestleMania in Detroit and saw you, and he was like in the third row, and he got the wrestling bug?
Yeah. When I was doing the Andre the Giant thing, Kevin was out there. I actually saw that big 7-foot tall spoon in the audience. He started out as Vinny Vegas. That was one of his characters. He had some other weird character, too, like Oz or something crazy like that.
Let me tell you, hey, just let me give you my synopsis of TNA, of who I like. Not that it matters. I really like that Abyss kid. I really like the Black Pope. I like Val. I hope you guys use Val a little bit more, Val Venus.
Don't forget the best.
Yeah.
Don't forget who?
Don't forget the best.
Who?
Awesome Kong.
Yeah, Awesome Kong. Yeah.
Hey. I got an idea for Abyss that's going to blow your mind, bro.
Well, Abyss is money. I love that guy. You know what? I like Matt Morgan, too. Matt Morgan's money.
My God, yeah. He's just unbelievable. We just got that tag that he's in is they're really getting their act together, but I think there's more to that than just a tag. I think, down the road, those guys are going to be superstars on their own, both those guys.
Hey, Spice, you know Bubba Dudley, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I mean, as rough around the edges he is, Now, Terry, Bubba Dudley spent some time with Vince back in the day. Actually, a lot of time, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Those guys were up there for a long time.
The Dudleys. Anyway, Spice, listen to this, man. I mean, this is kind of like something you wouldn't think. His wife and him own, like, one of the most exclusive spas in Windermere.
Oh, you're kidding.
It's called, and his wife, Brent, you'd appreciate this, is mostly Native American. And it's called Fawn Feather. Fawn Feather. And it's a day spa.
Does that mean they've had any interaction with tigers?